I constantly get approached by all the time. As you know, I do a lot of these videos and people are always coming to me saying, hey, how can I be a loan officer? Well, I want to talk to you about the ups and downs that we kind of go through and how to get into this industry. Hello, this is David Zai with the Zai Mortgage Team. You know, if done right, I used to watch a commercial as a kid all the time, and it was the Staples commercial where they had the easy button, right? It's great when you can, basically order something and it's sent to your house, just like, Amazon now, right? You can go through Prime, you can go through all these different things, and people just are constantly seeking that consistency, that convenience, right? However, I'm not going to be here to sugarcoat the lending industry to you at all, but I want to show you how to get into it and basically my backstory. I got into this beautiful industry about 17 years ago. I was working at a retail location, Circuit City. I was selling TVs and computers for many years. I sold shoes. I started working when I was 14 years old. So I always knew that I had the drive to work. However, I didn't know if I had the skill set or the qualities that would translate into success in the mortgage industry. My cousin at that time was a branch manager, and I reached out to him and I said, hey, I'd really like to get into mortgages. And he says, nope, David, you can't do it. You've got no experience. I need experience. So once you get some experience, you can come back to me. I went on to monster.com at that time, and I literally was only looking up loan officer jobs, financing jobs, right? Probably 6 or 7 months kind of went through, and finally I get a call from a place that's like an hour away from my house. But I was like, this is the only person that'll ever give me a shot. I'm going in for the interview. I'll never forget, I got like really dressed up, and you always have to dress to impress when you go to an interview, right? You always got to have that infectious personality. You got to take that time to show the person that's interviewing you that you want the job and you've tried. Like, I try to look okay in front of the camera every day, right? You may not smell me, but I'm gonna shower to make sure that I'm like, giving you my best all the time. So, I went in for that interview and I absolutely nailed it. I remember because when I walked out, I took my jacket off and I hung it up behind the seat. And one of the loan officers that was in that building, he ran out. He was like, man, you did exactly what I would do. And I heard that interview and you absolutely nailed it. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get that job. Well, within a week, I got the call back and I decided at that time, I'm gonna tell my retail job I'm not working Monday through Friday. I'm focusing all in on this and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get this. Let's fast forward a little bit, finally get the experience that I needed. 1 hour away, I sold like some really high interest rates at that time because that's all I could get. And I finally go back to Peter, I'm like, I'm ready to work. Back then, it was a lot easier. Anyone that, could talk or, sell or had that passion or that drive for sales or maybe even wanting to educate could get a job as a loan officer. We didn't have NMLS numbers. About, a couple years into it, it was like, hey, it's a requirement. You've got to get it. You got to be licensed for it. So we had to take a 20-hour class and then we had to pass a test after that, right? I passed the test. I got my NMLS license. Super stoked, did it all on my first try. And now, because I got it when I got it, I was only eligible to get the license in the state that I was in. But now, as a new person that wants to get into the industry, when you get licensed, you actually have the ability to now get licensed in multiple states. So that's a big plus and a big win for you. So I think some of the traits that are really required to get into mortgages is you got to have organizational skills, right? You've got to be able to make sure that you ensure that when you get a contract with a 20-day closing, that you deliver that customer, and all the referral partners and the listing agents and the title companies and the insurance companies are all counting on you to deliver on that 20th day. So you got to be very well organized. That's quality number one. Quality number two is you've got to be able to generate and referral partners. You cannot be shy. You cannot be an undercover agent. I have a team of loan officers under me, and I tell them all the time, you got to let everyone know that you're a loan officer and that you can help with certain things. The third quality to truly have is to constantly learn and be coachable and be driven. One of the things that I learned from my friend who does I think she did like 300 million last year, is that every single day we have an 8, 9, 10 hour calendar. And every single day, imagine my hand is my calendar. I'm plugging in every single one of these holes with different money-making activities, okay? Whether I'm calling my sphere of influence, whether I'm calling new realtors, whether I'm calling existing realtors, whether I'm calling my current customers, asking them for referrals. Those are really, really important activities to constantly do. Doing these videos right now is an activity that, you know, not only am I going to provide value to you, but I'm going to provide value to my customers that are out there. And then finally, you just have to like be all in. You cannot treat this as a part-time job. It's got to be full-time. I remember when I was crying in the parking lot thinking, hey, my cousin told me 3 months, you're out. Okay. I still remember I was wanting to get married to my girlfriend at that time and just thinking, gosh, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do this. And I was like, I'm getting ready to raise a family. I don't think I'm fit for this. I'll just go back to retail and, you know, or waiting tables or whatever I was doing in the past, and I'll be happy with it, right? But I plugged through, I had the drive, and now I can say that, you know, I am a successful loan officer. I'd like to inspire other people to get into this industry as well. Definitely look into the wholesale channel. I've helped change a lot of different lives by bringing them onto the team, as well as bringing them into the lending space and just showing them how to succeed. So if you have any questions or you'd like to know how to become a loan officer, my name is David Zai and my phone number is 757-478-8493, and I'd love to help you out. All right, bye.